I'm at Cameron Stadium in Bangor where the Rams football team is eagerly awaiting the start of training camp, but they're going to have to wait a little bit longer. As coastal areas are seeing an increase in boat activity this summer, power sports shops in towns like Bingham are having the best summer yet for ATV rentals. Tennis isn't the only low-risk sport seeing a popularity growth this summer. Golf courses across Maine are also seeing an increase in junior program participation. From the court to the ice, Hockey East announcing a November 20th target start date to the season. But although those games are planned, it doesn't mean the Black Bears will be playing. In less than 2 months, students will be returning to class, and student athletes will be back on the field for the fall season. School officials say they will look to expand the club and intramural sports programs while they plan on bringing varsity sports back in the future. Yeah, Clay, postponed, not canceled was the message given by University of Maine President Joan Farini Monday and Athletic Director Ken Ralph. They made this announcement today, postponing fall sports and looking for options in the spring. The travel and safety concerns of its student athletes were the leading factors to this decision. The America East Conference and the Colonial Athletic Association announcing this afternoon their plans to postpone play for the fall. UMaine plays field hockey, cross country, and soccer in the America East and is a member of the CAA for football. AD Ken Ralph says these teams could play in the spring if the coronavirus pandemic is more under control and if the school has access to rapid testing.
If those things become available, I think it is a very good opportunity for us to be able to allow our students to engage. I think primarily we'd be looking at a conference-only opportunity in the spring.
Now, although this decision was just made today, Ken Ralph says that they're going to start looking at what to do for the winter sports programs, including the UMaine hockey teams, as early as next week. Clay? The game of football is scripted in nearly every way, but sometimes some teams go off script.
I wanted to make it their own messaging through the themes that we wanted as a team to do, but that's them.
A social justice display by the University of Maine football team that has seen no play this fall, hanging signs promoting unity and equality.
I was really proud of the team, the coaching staff, as all of us just coming together as one.
I'm just really, really proud of this football team right now.
Taking the field Friday for some laughs, some drills, and some fun. These players are wearing different colored jerseys while representing different races, but the displays on and off the field show this team is unified.
That means a lot to us, especially this team is so diverse. We come from so many different places.
Different places like Toronto, Canada, Deshaun Stevens' hometown.
Right today, me being myself, I'm a black man in this country as well too.
A black man advocating for justice and peace for all.
We're all family, and it's a family at the end of the day.
The UMaine football team isn't the only program on campus using its platform to promote unity and equality.
They're the ones that are going to make the change in this world.
The women's basketball team promoting the importance of voting and marching on campus in last week's Student Athletes for Equality, Peace, and Justice demonstration.
Everyone walked for different reasons, but to walk together on one day was really, really inspiring.
That march and Friday's display of unity helping show the Orono community student athletes are here for more than just sports.
Being able to branch out socially and show that we want to be part of change also, and we're with them. I think it means a lot to them as much as it means to us.
Ending fall practice as one team and watching the big fellas return punts. Running through the woods like a deer. Great stalking practice for this young hunter.
My great-grandfather taught my papa, and my papa has been teaching me since I was 6.
I learned pretty young myself. My father started taking me out when I was 10 years old.
For the Whitney family, hunting is tradition. A tradition transitioning to a legacy thanks to 15-year-old Jared.
The Grand Slam is shooting all 4 animals, the moose, bear, deer, and turkey in Maine.
All in the same season.
The easiest to get, I have to say, was the bear.
The bear, the deer, and the moose came easy. But on the last day of turkey season, the Grand Slam was in jeopardy.
It was really nerve-wracking because I had actually had an opportunity at the turkeys earlier that morning, and I had messed it up because they spooked when they saw me trying to sneak through the pasture.
But patience prevails, and if you've never seen a hunter finish his Grand Slam before, here you go.
You got it!
Getting a head start on Thanksgiving dinner with those who will be at the table.
It's family time, memories, physical activity out in the wild, and it's just amazing.
Spending time on a tree stand can be lonely if you're in the middle of the woods by yourself. But as the hunting season is coming to a close, Maine hunters are going to be up there and out here as much as possible.
It looks like most people will be staying home and not traveling. So we expect a lot of people to be out.
With a record number of any deer permits awarded this season,
it's been phenomenal so far this year.
Maine Deer Hunters Facebook page administrator Daniel Bell says he's been impressed with the younger generation.
It's up to them. If they're not going to keep that knowledge going, then we're looking at losing our tradition.
The department's done a lot of work trying to get people to take out young hunters, to mentor them, to introduce somebody new to the sport.
The slams don't come around every season, but in sports, one grand achievement will be remembered for generations.
"25 years ago, one shift changed a life."
People forget what a great hockey player he was. He would have been, in my opinion, one of the best players ever to come out of the state of Maine.
Maine native Travis Roy making his college hockey debut at Boston University. His career there lasted 11 seconds. Dale Arnold remembers that very short time very well.
Got my Boston Herald out of the newspaper box, and the entire front page of the Herald was a headshot of Travis. And my heart sank.
After finishing a routine check, Roy crashed into the boards, cracking his fourth vertebrae, leaving him a quadriplegic. Roy's reputation transcended sport.
What Travis always meant to me was hope. He was a beacon of hope.
A beacon of hope for the local and national hockey community, passing away Thursday at the age of 45.
It was a gut punch when I got the news last night. And it was a rough night around here, I'm not going to lie to you.
Those who knew him best reflecting on the life of Travis Roy,
who took a devastating injury, the darkest moment in his life, and turned it into a life's calling, a mission to help other people going through the same thing. A remarkable, inspirational person.
Inspiring and touching so many inside the hockey world and out.
On behalf of the team, pass along our condolences to Travis Roy's family.
I heard Travis say once that he spent the first 20 years of his life with passion. He spent the last 20 years of his life with purpose.
A purpose of helping others in similar situations. The Travis Roy Foundation aiding spinal cord injury survivors live more adaptive lives with support from the hockey community.
They were drawn to his story. They were drawn to his personality. They were drawn to his positiveness. And even guys who didn't know him, like Wayne Gretzky, wanted to help him.
Dale Arnold knew Roy since his time working with the Maine Mariners, a friendship lasting 40 years.
I think of Leroy, I think of Brenda Roy, I think of Travis Roy, and I'm a little sadder today that one of those isn't with us anymore.
No matter what you're dealt with, you can still have a powerful impact on people. I think that all comes back to Maine.
A Mainer whose legacy began with tragedy, but will last for generations.